wins. You should try to win. Do it!
I'll go!
Get him, babe!
I get you now, Mr. Peeples.
I'm gonna win because I'm better than you. Well, your little exercise really brought the family together. Thank you, Wade. You need to say, I'm marrying your daughter with or without your approval. What are you doing here?
I came here to propose to Grace.
You want to be king in my castle, but we'll settle this. Walk through the flame into manhood.
Don't you dare!
I just want to say how thankful I am to be here with you.
You raised a remarkable woman.
Oh, not my baby Grace. Peeples.
Virgil's no angel. I can tell you some things.
I'm free.
Woo!
Get that out of your head. Get that out of your head.
Wait, you saw his man bits?
Every time I close my eyes.
Now, when I was watching this movie, it sounded like there was a laugh track in the theater, just because everybody in the theater was like, laugh and laugh.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
good.
That's great.
That's great.
People was having a good time.
Oh, that's good to hear.
So for you, I mean, this is a big step for you. I know you've written films before, but to have your own directorial debut with a Tyler Perry studio.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Like, no pressure.
No pressure.
Tyler, he does make people laugh. No pressure if I'll make people laugh. We'll see. Yeah. I had a little bit of pressure.
I guess for the Tyler fans and the Tyler detractors, everybody's like been kind of hoping that we could get to a day where, you know, like where he shares in the wealth and other people get to do direct films.
Yeah.
But how hard is it to get his attention? Because I know everybody's like, yo, Tyler Perry, do my movie, do my movie.
You know, it's difficult because, I mean, I had, because of Drumline and ATL, I had met Tyler socially. But I'm very reticent to use that I know someone to say, hey, can you? So I literally went through the regular chain of command and sent it to studios to see who might be interested in it. The studio that was interested in it was Lionsgate. Lionsgate has a partnership with Tyler, and they sort of played matchmaker in that sense.
Right.
And in terms of just sharing, Tyler, once I was on board to direct, he invited me to the studio and just talked with me about his experiences being a self-taught filmmaker, and also just opened the studio up to me, let me ask questions to anybody in the crew, anyone that worked with him. So to be on a studio lot that's owned by a black man in itself is so empowering. Also adds a little bit of responsibility. Like, you feel it a little bit more because it's self-made, everything.
Right.
And but he was very generous in terms of sharing his experiences, and I mean, just who gets to do that? This is like, as one African American to another, to top it off. Just hey, you're here at my studio. Just, you know.
I want to talk about your career as a writer, and was directing always a natural progression of that, or were you satisfied penning scripts and stories before?
I loved, you know, my first experience writing was with Drumline, and
but you interned with the Cosby Show.
I did. I loved that. You know what? And so many black African American writers. Dr. Cosby ushered in so many writers that I barely got in, like, just to get in. But anyway, so that's a separate thing that I love him for. But yeah, Drumline was my first feature, and the way it's presented on screen is really so close to the intention of what I wrote. But it's really at the discretion of a director. Like, a script can come, you know, it goes through the director's vision. And with Peeples, I just didn't want to risk. It's a comedy. I didn't want it to be too broad. I wanted to make sure the quirk was there. You don't really see an African-American family like this. So it was a lot that I wanted to protect. So Lionsgate wanted the script, and I sort of just held on to it like, and please, could I direct? Yes, thanks. So that's how that went.
Well, I'm glad it worked out like that.
Me too.
My last question before we go, Craig Robinson, he's such a great comedic actor.
Yes.
And I think we've been waiting to see him, like, in this
Be the
leading role
man.
for a while.
Yeah.
But do you write those jokes for him? Because some of it seems so much like, this is some crazy stuff that Craig
You know,
would say.
what happens is, I mean, unfortunately, I'm the writer, so a lot of it I do like to stay on script. But you will be surprised. Like, it's amazing what happens when words, some are improvs, but then something just happens when those words come out of the right actor's mouth. And Craig Robinson, David Allen Greer, Carrie, all of them. I could write a line and then they say it and then I'm laughing like I've never written it, never heard it, never saw it. So it's their delivery. I have to give it all to them. I don't want to, but I have to give it to the cast.